Hey, how's it going guys? My name is Ray, and today I'm going to show you another simple yet gorgeous dessert that will hopefully help you with your New Year's dinner celebration. So the dish we're making today is called Mille Fuille, or also known as Napoleon. Let's cook!
So we're gonna start by making the custard. Here I have 2 whole eggs and 1 egg yolk, and I'm just gonna mix it with a cup of sugar and also a 1/4 cup of corn flour. Now there are a lot of custard recipes, and some of them calls for corn flour and some of them plain flour and some of them are even mixed. There's no major difference between recipes, it's just when you use different type of flour, you will obviously have different texture. Like corn flour will give you a little bit more gelatinous kind of texture, whereas plain flour will give you a bit more pastier texture. But for this particular recipe, I like it better with corn flour. I just find that plain flour based custard is better in things like fruit tart or choux pastry. Speaking of which, I'll try to make videos of those in the near future. So back to the recipe. Here I'm just pouring 2 cups of hot milk into the egg mixture. I'm pouring it little by little like that while whisking to prevent the eggs from curdling. This is called tempering. You will generally use this technique when you're doing custard or ice cream. Now all you have to do is just pour it back into a pan over medium heat and just continue whisking over medium heat, or you can even use low heat if you want to be extra careful, until you get this kind of consistency. When it looks like that, you can take it off the heat, because it's really easy to overcook custard. And when it's still very warm, add in a teaspoon of vanilla extract and just whisk it in. I don't want to add it too early in the process because I do think that you can actually overcook vanilla and it will lose its flavors. But maybe it's just me, there's no scientific proof whatsoever. Back to the custard, now we just need to pass it through a sieve just to prevent any lumps from getting into the final product. Don't forget to scrape the bottom, there's still a lot of custard there. And now we're just gonna wrap the custard and let it chill in the fridge for about 20 minutes. Just try to press the cling wrap onto the custard like that to prevent the custard from forming skin in the fridge. Now that we got the custard out of the way, the rest of the recipe is super simple, even a 5-year-old can do it. All you need is 4 pieces of puff pastry cut in any way you like, and you're just gonna top one of them with some almonds, sliced almond in particular. And that's gonna be the top layer of your Mille Fuille. And then you're just gonna dust them with some powdered sugar. Every single one of them, not only the top part. Cover it with another piece of baking paper or aluminum foil because I ran out of baking paper. And press it with another tray. And then just whack it in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 10 to 15 minutes. And after that amount of time, they should look something like this. And then we're just gonna pop it back in the oven uncovered at the same temperature for about 10 more minutes. Or simply until they look more golden brown than that. In the meantime, you can take the custard out of the fridge and put it into a piping bag or a Ziploc bag like that. Just cut the end like so. And we're ready to pipe this onto the puff pastry. So after the puff pastry is out of the oven and cooled down to room temperature, we can start the assembly. Here I'm using strawberries, but the original recipe actually calls for raspberry. I just couldn't find a raspberry around my area at this time of the year, but I reckon strawberry is good as well. So all you need to do is to pipe the custard into 3 lines like so, and use the gaps between the custard to hold the strawberries. Just pipe some more custard on top of the strawberries to stick the next layer of puff pastry. And just repeat this process until you get all 4 layers done. Just don't forget to use the almond one as the top layer. And to finish it off, just dust some more powdered sugar on top. And there you have it guys, my take on the super simple Mille Fuille or Napoleon.
I hope you enjoyed watching that, and if you did, please leave this video a like, and also don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Twitter to get the latest update on my videos. And please check out my previous videos right over here. Links and measurements gonna be in the description box below. Leave a comment below and know what you want to see me cook next week. See you next time guys, bye!